The Ten Commandments, 1956, a timeless masterpiece that stands as one of Hollywood's greatest cinematic achievements of the 20th century. Directed by Cecil B. DeMille, a towering figure of the Golden Age, this epic film captivated millions with its dramatic tale of Moses and his quest to free his people from oppression. Yet, behind the grandeur of the characters they portrayed, the real lives of the illustrious cast were far from shining. The veteran stars who brought the film to life, from Charlton Heston and Yul Brynner to Anne Baxter and more, all met tragic ends after the cameras stopped rolling. Could the phenomenal success of the Ten Commandments have carried a dark curse, one that shadowed the cast and claimed their lives? Or was it an inexplicable twist of fate, shrouded in mystery? Join us in today's video to uncover the truth. Anne Baxter as Nefertiti. Anne Baxter, a gifted actress with mesmerizing beauty, brought the character of Nefertiti to life in the Ten Commandments when she was 33 years old. Born on May 7, 1923, Baxter had already made a name for herself in Hollywood with her remarkable acting skills and undeniable charm. Before stepping into Cecil B. DeMille's epic, she had reached the pinnacle of her career with her role in All About Eve, 1950, earning a coveted Academy Award and cementing her reputation as a silver screen star. Known for her complex and emotionally charged performances, Baxter became a celebrated figure in the world of cinema. As Nefertiti, a powerful, alluring, and deeply manipulative woman, Anne Baxter delivered a performance that was nothing short of extraordinary. Nefertiti, the ambitious lover of Pharaoh Ramses II, would stop at nothing to capture Moses' heart. Baxter's portrayal of this cunning character left a lasting impression, linking her image to one of Hollywood's timeless roles. Yet, behind the glamour of her on-screen success, Anne Baxter's personal life was far from perfect. After the Ten Commandments, Baxter continued to act in films and television, including a memorable role as Zelda the Great in Batman. However, her career began to wane, and she faced heartbreak in her personal life. Married 3 times, Baxter struggled to find lasting stability in her relationships, and the emotional toll distanced her from Hollywood. She also battled the unyielding pressures of an industry obsessed with youth and beauty, which only added to her struggles. In 1985, tragedy struck when Anne Baxter suffered a massive stroke while visiting New York. The stroke left her in a deep coma from which she never recovered. On December 12, 1985, Baxter passed away at the age of 62, closing a chapter on a life filled with both triumphs and tribulations. Her passing sent shockwaves through Hollywood, leaving her fans mourning the loss of a brilliant talent. Anne Baxter remains a symbol of grace and passion, her legacy enduring as a testament to her dedication to the art of cinema. Yul Brynner as Pharaoh Ramses II. Yul Brynner, the actor who portrayed Pharaoh Ramses II in the Ten Commandments, was a Hollywood star with a fascinating background and an unforgettable presence. Born on July 11, 1920 in Russia, Brynner carried an air of mystery and adventure. His multicultural roots and commanding personality set him apart, allowing him to rise quickly in the entertainment world with his striking looks and magnetic acting style. At 36, he stepped into the role of Ramses II, the proud and powerful king of ancient Egypt. With his bold, bald-headed look and a portrayal full of arrogance and ambition, Brynner brought Ramses to life, creating a resolute and commanding figure that left a lasting impression on audiences and became a defining image in cinematic history. The success of Ramses II cemented Brynner's fame and shaped his iconic style. He embraced his signature bald look, which became his trademark in numerous roles, including his performance in The King and I, a role that earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor. Brynner's career flourished as he continued to embody characters of strength and determination, captivating audiences with his charisma. However, as with many Hollywood icons, the glow of stardom came with its challenges. In 1983, Brenner was diagnosed with lung cancer, a devastating consequence of his years-long smoking habit. Despite his illness, he showed incredible resilience, continuing to perform on Broadway in The King and I. On stage, he remained a brilliant force, but off stage, he faced the toll of his illness. Determined to make a difference, Brenner delivered anti-smoking messages on television, using his tragedy to warn others about the dangers of tobacco and hoping to save lives. On October 10, 1985, Yul Brynner passed away in New York, marking the end of a remarkable yet bittersweet journey. His death served as a poignant reminder of the devastating effects of smoking and the price it exacts. While Brynner is no longer with us, Edward G. Robinson as Dathan. Edward G. Robinson, born on December 12, 1893, was a seasoned actor who took on the role of Dathan, the conniving and power-hungry antagonist in the Ten Commandments. Dathan, the leader of a faction of rebellious Jews, was a character requiring nuance, charisma, and versatility, qualities Robinson had perfected over his long career. Known for his iconic portrayals of criminals in films like Little Caesar and Key Largo, Robinson infused Dathan with a shrewd, ruthless charm that captivated audiences and made the character unforgettable. Before his role in the Ten Commandments, Edward G. Robinson had already established himself as one of Hollywood's most respected actors, celebrated for his gripping portrayals of complex villains. However, playing Dathan marked a significant milestone, showcasing Robinson's ability to delve deep into the psyche of a character. His portrayal revealed Dathan's darker motivations while adding a layer of humanity, further solidifying Robinson's reputation as one of the era's most distinctive performers. Following the Ten Commandments, Robinson continued acting, even as his health began to falter. He faced numerous health challenges and the relentless demands of a long career. In the late 1960s, Robinson was diagnosed with bladder cancer, a battle that required arduous treatments. Despite his struggles, he remained dedicated to his craft, delivering one of his most poignant performances in Soylent Green, 1973. This final role served as a touching farewell to his audience, showcasing his enduring talent even in his last days. Edward G. Robinson passed away on January 26, 1973, at the age of 79, leaving behind an unparalleled legacy in the world of cinema. Though his final years were marked by illness, his contributions to film remain timeless, earning him a permanent place in Hollywood history. His death symbolized the end of an era, but his artistry continues to inspire, ensuring his memory lives on in the hearts of his fans. Yvonne DiCarlo as Sephora, Moses' wife. Yvonne DiCarlo, who brought to life Sephora, the devoted wife of Moses in the Ten Commandments, was one of Hollywood's brightest stars during the 1950s. Born on September 1, 1922 in Vancouver, Canada, DiCarlo was celebrated for her striking beauty and remarkable versatility as an actress. Before stepping into the role of Sephora, she had gained fame through films like Salome, where she danced, and Criss-Cross, where her allure and enigmatic charm made her a top choice in Hollywood. In the Ten Commandments, Yvonne DiCarlo portrayed Sephora as a gentle yet resilient woman, a devoted wife who stood by Moses with unwavering love and sacrifice. This performance allowed her to step away from her glamorous image, showcasing a new depth and maturity in her craft. Audiences admired her not only for her captivating beauty, but also for her heartfelt dedication to the role, making Sephora a memorable character in cinematic history. Following the success of the Ten Commandments, DiCarlo achieved further fame in the 1960s as Lily Munster in the hit TV series The Munsters. Her portrayal of the spooky yet endearing matriarch of the Munster family became one of her most beloved roles, cementing her status as a cultural icon. However, her personal life was filled with challenges, including financial hardships and emotional struggles, which eventually led her to step away from the spotlight to live a quieter life. In her later years, she battled health issues and after suffering a heart attack in 1998, her condition significantly worsened. On January 8, 2007, Yvonne DiCarlo passed away at the age of 84, leaving behind a legacy cherished by countless fans. Her death marked the loss of a Hollywood legend, but her unforgettable performances continue to inspire, embodying timeless beauty and talent. DiCarlo's contributions to cinema remain a testament to her enduring artistry and grace. Charlton Heston as Moses. Charlton Heston, a legendary name in American cinema, was born on October 4, 1923, and remains a symbol of strength and resilience on the silver screen. Before taking on the role of Moses in the Ten Commandments, Heston had already built a solid career, portraying heroic figures and fierce warriors in historical epics. At 33 years old, Heston was handpicked by director Cecil B. DeMille to embody Moses, the leader of the Jewish people on their arduous journey to freedom from Egyptian oppression. Heston brought a majestic presence, spiritual depth, and unwavering faith to the role, making Moses a character of immense power. This iconic performance catapulted Heston to new heights, solidifying his status as one of Hollywood's brightest stars. The role of Moses not only marked a turning point in Heston's career, but also left a deep impression on his personal life. Even decades later, audiences vividly recall the image of Heston atop Mount Sinai, holding aloft the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments, embodying strength and eternal faith. After the Ten Commandments, Heston continued his rise with epic performances, including his unforgettable role as Ben-Hur in the 1959 film, earning him an Academy Award for Best Actor. Heston became synonymous with characters of indomitable courage and heroic spirit. Yet, despite his on-screen triumphs, Heston's real life held its share of sorrow. In 2002, he revealed his diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease, an incurable condition that slowly eroded his memory and cognitive abilities. The man who once symbolized strength and conviction now faced a personal battle against the gradual loss of his identity. Despite this devastating challenge, Heston remained optimistic, staying true to the spirit of the characters he had portrayed. On April 5, 2008, Charlton Heston passed away at the age of 84 in his home, bringing to a close the life of a cinematic giant. His death was seen as the price he paid for his tireless dedication to his art, ending a relentless struggle against a cruel disease that stole his memories and vitality. Heston's passing left an irreplaceable void in the hearts of his fans and marked the end of an era, closing a golden chapter in Hollywood's storied history. Cedric Hardwicke as Pharaoh Seti I. Sir Cedric Hardwicke, one of England's most distinguished actors, brought Pharaoh Seti I to life in the Ten Commandments at the age of 63. Born in Worcestershire, England, on February 19, 1893, Hardwicke's commanding presence and rich voice made him a natural choice for the role of Seti, the powerful father of Ramses II and ruler of ancient Egypt. Playing Pharaoh Seti was no ordinary task. It symbolized absolute authority and grandeur. Hardwicke's performance captured the regal strength and wisdom of the character, leaving an indelible mark on audiences. Before stepping into the role of Seti, Hardwicke had already built an illustrious career in both film and theater. He was widely acclaimed for his performances in The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Les Miserables. His extraordinary contributions to the arts earned him the title of Sir, a prestigious honor bestowed by the Queen of England. Hardwicke was more than an actor. He was a cultural icon whose influence extended far beyond the stage and screen. Following his success in the Ten Commandments, Hardwicke continued to work, though his health began to deteriorate. Years of smoking had taken a heavy toll on his lungs, leading to severe respiratory issues. On August 6, 1964, at the age of 71, Cedric Hardwicke passed away, concluding a life dedicated to artistic excellence. Though he is no longer with us, his portrayal of Pharaoh Seti I remains unforgettable, a testament to his unparalleled talent and a lasting symbol of power and dignity. Deborah Paget as Lilia. Deborah Paget, the enchanting actress with timeless grace, brought Lilia to life in the Ten Commandments, embodying a role filled with both suffering and resilience. Lilia, a Hebrew slave, represents courage, sacrifice, and the enduring power of love. Deeply in love with Joshua, a brave warrior of her people, she becomes entangled in the brutal injustices of Egyptian rule. The character demanded an actress capable of balancing vulnerability with steadfast strength. Paget captured this beautifully, taking audiences on an emotional journey as she portrayed Lilia's pain and hope for liberation with heartfelt realism. Before her role in the Ten Commandments, Deborah Paget had already made a name for herself in films like Broken Arrow and The Indian Tomb. With her delicate features, expressive eyes, and natural talent, she quickly became one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Yet, despite her rising fame, Paget stepped away from the screen in the early 1960s after marrying an American millionaire. What seemed like a peaceful retreat into married life proved to be far from idyllic, as personal challenges soon emerged. Hollywood left an indelible mark on Paget, taking a toll on her innocence as she faced the industry's relentless demands. Her personal life was fraught with difficulties, including broken relationships and growing solitude. Beneath the image of a glamorous star was a woman in search of true happiness and inner peace. After leaving Hollywood, Paget turned to a quiet, spiritual life, distancing herself from the public eye and embracing a simpler existence away from the limelight. Now living out her twilight years, Deborah Paget is no longer the strong, determined figure audiences saw on screen. Though she has retreated from public life, she remains an unforgettable Hollywood icon, remembered for her brief but deeply moving performances that continue to resonate with fans. John Derek, Joshua. John Derek, who brought the character of Joshua to life in the Ten Commandments, embodied the spirit of a brave, loyal, and steadfast warrior. Joshua is not only a symbol of unwavering loyalty to Moses, but also the devoted lover of Lilia, always ready to defend those he loves with his life. Derek perfectly captured Joshua's strength, courage, and unshakable belief in freedom, making the character both powerful and memorable. Before his iconic role in the Ten Commandments, John Derek had already made a name for himself in Hollywood. With his striking good looks and masculine charm, he quickly became a familiar face on the silver screen. But Derek's artistic journey didn't stop there. His passion for cinema led him behind the camera, where he made a mark as a director with films like Tarzan, The Ape Man, and Bolero. While these works were controversial and didn't receive the best reviews, they certainly sparked public interest and added a new layer to Derek's career. Along with his professional achievements, Derek's personal life also caught the public's eye. Known for marrying some of Hollywood's most beautiful women, Ursula Andress, Linda Evans, and famously, Bo Derek, who was 30 years his junior, his relationships became as talked about as his films. His marriage to Bo Derek, in particular, became one of the most iconic couples in Hollywood, though their relationship was often surrounded by scandal and attention, much like his controversial filmmaking. John Derek passed away in 1998, leaving behind a legacy that, while marked by controversy, is also filled with memorable roles. Though his directing career was met with mixed reactions, his portrayal of Joshua, the loyal, heroic figure, remains a classic and cherished part of his body of work, forever etched in the memories of audiences. Vincent Price as Baca. Vincent Price, celebrated as one of the kings of the horror genre, left an unforgettable impression in the Ten Commandments with his portrayal of Baca, the cruel and ruthless slave driver. Known for his eerie and sinister roles, Price brought to life a character that embodied pure evil. With his piercing gaze and chilling voice, he gave Baca an air of menacing authority. The character's brutality, particularly in his treatment of Lilia and the other slaves, created a lasting impact on audiences, cementing Baca as one of the most memorable villains in the film. Before the Ten Commandments, Vincent Price had already made his mark in Hollywood, earning fame through iconic horror classics such as House of Wax, The Fly, and House on Haunted Hill. His distinctive style, combining charm and menace, captivated audiences and defined his career. While Price was renowned for his work in horror, the role of Baca allowed him to delve into the historical drama genre, adding a new dimension to his repertoire with a character steeped in malice and complexity. The role of Baca further solidified Vincent Price's reputation as a master of villainy. Following this performance, he continued to star in renowned horror films, maintaining his legacy as an icon of the genre until the end of his life. Price's ability to explore the darker sides of human nature made him a unique and irreplaceable figure in cinema. In 1993, Vincent Price passed away at the age of 82 due to lung cancer. His death marked the loss of a cinematic legend, but his legacy endures. His career was more than just a collection of horror roles. It was a journey that delved into the shadows of the human psyche, leaving audiences haunted by the unforgettable image of Baca in the Ten Commandments. Judith Anderson as Memnet. Judith Anderson, a celebrated figure of Broadway and Hollywood, brought the character of Memnet to life in the Ten Commandments. Born on February 10, 1897, in Adelaide, Australia, Anderson quickly gained fame for her intense acting abilities, often excelling in roles of villains and complex personalities. Memnet, the enigmatic and powerful nanny to Pharaoh Seti, was both a challenging and memorable role. Despite being a servant, Memnet wielded significant influence over the royal household, harboring secrets capable of shaking the very foundations of Egypt. Anderson's portrayal added layers of mystery and emotion, crafting a woman as cold as she was calculating, yet filled with human fears and ambitions. Before stepping into the role of Memnet, Judith Anderson had already gained widespread recognition for her performance in Rebecca, 1940, where she immortalized the sinister Mrs. Danvers. Renowned for her ability to portray deep, multifaceted characters, Anderson became a legendary presence on stage and screen, known for her commanding and enigmatic style. Following her role in the Ten Commandments, she continued to act but gradually reduced her appearances as age began to take its toll. Anderson remained active in the arts until declining health forced her into retirement. On January 3, 1992, Judith Anderson passed away at the age of 94, marking the end of an era. Her passing closed a luminous chapter in the history of film and theater, but her remarkable performances, particularly as Mrs. Danvers and Memnet, remain timeless. Fans continue to celebrate Anderson as a unique talent whose work stands as a testament to the golden age of cinema. Martha Scott as Yoshebel, Moses' mother. Martha Scott's portrayal of Yoshebel, Moses' loving and sacrificial mother in the Ten Commandments, was both deeply moving and heartfelt. Yoshebel represents the ultimate expression of motherhood, her love so fierce that she chooses to send her son away to save him, an act that tugs at the hearts of all who watch. Martha Scott's delicate yet powerful performance beautifully captured Yoshebel's pain and bravery, allowing the audience to feel the weight of her sacrifice. This role truly showcased Scott's exceptional acting talent, bringing emotional depth and realism to a character that will always resonate. Before stepping into the role of Yoshebel, Martha Scott had already earned her place as a respected actress in both film and theater. She had been nominated for an Oscar for her role as Emily Webb in Our Town and spent decades playing characters with profound emotional depth. Her ability to portray complex, layered women was evident not only on the big screen, but also on Broadway, where she earned a reputation for her sincere and powerful performances. Following the Ten Commandments, Scott's career continued to flourish as she appeared in numerous films and television shows, contributing immensely to American cinema and television. Her passion for her craft, coupled with a reputation for professionalism, made her a role model for aspiring actors. Her remarkable talent and dedication earned her deep respect from both colleagues and fans alike. Martha Scott passed away in 2003 at the age of 90, leaving behind a rich legacy in American theater and cinema. Her death marked the end of a long and fulfilling career, one defined by her devotion to her craft and her unforgettable roles. Her portrayal of Yoshibo remains one of her most cherished performances, forever cementing her place in the hearts of audiences as the epitome of a loving, courageous mother. Henry Wilcoxon as Pentar. Henry Wilcoxon, the British actor known for his commanding presence, delivered a performance to remember in the Ten Commandments as Pentar, a loyal and heroic figure. Born on September 8, 1905, Wilcoxon quickly became one of Hollywood's leading faces in historical epics, particularly during the golden age of film. His tall, strong build and dignified appearance made him the perfect choice for roles that required a sense of majesty and strength, and Pentar was no exception. His portrayal of the Pharaoh's loyal soldier captured the very essence of devotion and valor. At 51, with over 2 decades of experience, Wilcoxon was well seasoned when he took on the role of Pentar. His character, steadfast and unwavering in his loyalty to Pharaoh Seti, embodied the strength of both body and spirit. The scene in which Pentar stands before the Egyptian gods, showing his unshakable faith, remains a powerful moment for the audience. Wilcoxon's performance left an indelible mark on the hearts of viewers, further solidifying his place as a beloved actor in Hollywood. Before the Ten Commandments, Henry Wilcoxon had already made a name for himself in classic historical films. His portrayal of Richard the Lionheart in The Crusades, 1935, and his work in Cleopatra, 1934, were just a few highlights of his illustrious career. His collaboration with legendary director Cecil B. DeMille helped define his career, with DeMille trusting Wilcoxon as one of his most loyal and talented actors. Their partnership contributed greatly to the success of numerous epic films, making Wilcoxon a fixture in Hollywood's golden age. Henry Wilcoxon's passion for art extended beyond acting. He was also a producer, co-producer, and a constant learner, always striving to improve his craft. His contributions to historical cinema were significant, helping to create some of the most memorable films of the era. His dedication to his work made him a vital part of Hollywood's artistic landscape, and his legacy continues to be appreciated by fans and filmmakers alike. However, as the years passed, Wilcoxon faced serious health challenges. Struggling with heart failure, his ability to work was affected, yet his passion for cinema never waned. Even as his health declined, he continued to appear in films, remaining dedicated to his craft until his body no longer allowed him to continue. On March 6, 1984, Henry Wilcoxon passed away in Los Angeles, marking the end of a remarkable career. His death left a void in the art world, with fans and colleagues mourning the loss of a true talent. Wilcoxon was not only a heroic figure on screen, but also a symbol of loyalty, both in his personal life and his work. His portrayal of Pentar remains one of his most iconic roles, a testament to his dedication and the lasting impact he had on cinema. Henry Wilcoxon's legacy in film endures, not only through his majestic performances but also as a symbol of unwavering loyalty to his craft. The powerful image of Pentar will forever stand as a reminder of his immense talent and his commitment to the art of filmmaking. The Ten Commandments stands as not only a cinematic triumph with its sweeping, profound narrative, but also as a testament to the lives of the talented actors who brought its iconic characters to life. Each performer, with their passion and skill, etched an unforgettable impression on audiences. Yet behind the bright stage lights, their personal journeys were marked by both triumphs and trials, with some facing deep heartache. These experiences, their careers, passions, and even their losses, all played a role in ensuring the film's lasting impact. Could it be that the remarkable success of the Ten Commandments also carries with it a kind of curse that each star had to endure? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share in the comments below. All information in this video comes from reliable sources and is for your consideration. And don't forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our next fascinating video.